Welcome to Art Focus. My name is Andrea. I'm with the Office of Cultural Affairs, and we are here on Art Focus to talk to some of our local arts and cultural organizations about all the great things that they're doing in this community. So today with us we have Barbara and Donna, from the Orr Street Galleries, and I want to hear all the great things that are happening over at Orr Street, because it seems like inevitably you have so many fun projects that you have going on. So let's explain to the audience who you are and what Orr Street is and all the events. Have at it.
Well, Orr Street Studios, and we also say gallery,
yeah.
Orr Street Studios and Gallery, is a place where we have studios for artists to work, and we try to keep the rent low by doing fundraising. And it's a very active place. We have open hours so people can come in and see our monthly exhibit. This month we have a wonderful exhibit from the MU Journalism School, a photo exhibit that's been going on for 75 years. Mm-hmm. And so we have First Fridays. We welcome people in to see the show. We have music. We just have a lot of programs. And Orr Street is in the center of the North mm-hmm. Central Arts District, and we really think it was sort of the beginning of the mm-hmm. North Central Arts District, because it was sort of a dilapidated warehouse mm-hmm. that Mark Timberlake and Chris Teeter, Donna's husband, envisioned creating art studios. Mm-hmm. And you might want to say a little bit about that,
sure,
Donna.
Yeah, well, it's actually hard to believe that that was in 2006. And there was like a loading dock and an old warehouse, and I think it was Sunshine Laundry. Mm-hmm. And those three buildings were knocked down and reconfigured and created what we now know as Orr Street Studios. And like Barbara said, there's 16 doors that I think a lot of people are familiar with, the doors on Orr. And my husband Chris made those doors in less than 6 months.
Wow.
And a lot of the materials came from the warehouse. So
okay.
if you come through and look at the doors, you can find parts of the old warehouses. There's siding, there's bike parts, there's all different things. And so it's really been a fantastic venue for Columbia for all these years. And as Barbara said, we have a lot of events, but the key is really we have 24 studios with artists who work there, show their work. So it's the studios, it's galleries, and it's a place for great events.
Right. So normally if I wasn't here this morning doing this, I would be attending the creative mornings.
Right.
So people rent the facility and use it for their events?
Right. So
yeah.
we have a paid event mm-hmm. rental, and we have a gallery and a patio. But also we have free events too. Mm-hmm. So I think Creative Mornings is a free
yes.
collaborative event. We had the starting of Unbound Books last night,
okay.
and we collaborated with them, so that was a free
sure.
event. We do, let's see, True False,
mm-hmm.
we collaborate with, the MU Journalism School, just several others.
Sure.
Then we have a wonderful program called the AIR Artists in Residence Program mm-hmm. that's sponsored by Veterans United Foundation.
Okay.
So we have free studio space for a year for artists. This year we have 4 Black artists, and they have a special exhibit in February.
Okay.
And then we've had feature events for Black History Month mm-hmm. in February, and many of those have been free also. We have second Saturday for kids.
Okay.
4 times a year. We're hoping to increase that with art experiences.
Fun.
For kids. We are doing more and more tours mm-hmm. for students and school teachers,
okay.
Senior groups, any group really.
Sure.
And what's a wonderful addition for this year is we're going to have plaques very soon, like mm-hmm. in a week, up next to the doors, explaining the doors and the history
Oh.
of the doors, so that will add to
Sure.
the tour experience.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
What else?
Well, we have, first, I think we have some really key events. Of course, First Friday, which is obviously the first Friday and part of the whole area-wide North Village Arts District. And the place is just open, and that's a fantastic opportunity to actually come in and talk with artists who are there, who are sometimes painting, and they love to have people come in and talk about, whether it's fiber arts or painting or sculpture. We also have hearing, voices, seeing, visions,
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
which if you
right.
think about that, hearing, voices, seeing, visions,
Yeah.
kind of a clever play there,
Uh-huh.
but that's one of our longest standing events, and that's once a month, and features an artist and a writer,
Okay.
and they will talk about their artwork. Sometimes they'll do a demonstration. The writer usually reads from something that they've written, poetry, fiction, and then it's open discussion, Q&A, and then some little reception and networking. It's more of an intimate event, usually 30 to 40 people at the most. So those are, I think, are our big ones. And then, as Barbara said, we're really starting to outreach on some educational efforts as well, and just let people come in and recognize that Orth Street Studios is a public art space,
Yes.
including these beautiful doors and the gallery exhibit and the work of the artists. And it's really unique. I think it's really special. There's not anything quite like it in Columbia,
Right.
and we're just really proud of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we have started a Friends of Orr membership.
Oh, okay.
So for anywhere between $50 per year up to $1,000, you can join and be a friend of Orr.
Okay.
And there's different benefit levels.
Sure.
We have mugs. We have for the higher donors, 6-hour rental, 4-hour rental,
Okay.
free.
Sure.
And we're having a special event party
Okay.
for members. There's percentages off depending on your level for buying art
Okay.
from the exhibits, not necessarily directly from the
The
artist.
artist. Okay.
So what else are we doing? We have a really good involvement from the artists.
Okay.
Volunteer. So they're looking into enhancing our patio
Okay.
and making it greener and a little more attractive.
Sure.
And
Sure.
enjoyable.
Well, you do have two great patio spaces.
Right.
The one seems like it's a little bit more inviting for people to sit down and relax. The
Right.
entrance where so I could see, doing some things out there too.
Right.
That
Sure,
would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think say on First Friday, we think based on kind of the overall attendance at North Village Arts District that we have about 600 people on a
Wow.
Friday night. When the weather's good, it seems like more than that.
Right.
And it's really just such a joy. So there are always things going on, and music, as Barbara said. So it's a fantastic
Yeah,
space.
we have music
Wonderful.
on First Fridays, and then we've started some individual music events.
Okay.
Noah Earl performed,
Sure.
I think in February, and that was really well attended. Another thing we're doing is that Mill Creek School, elementary school, wants to display artwork from
Oh,
their
wonderful.
kids for a week.
Okay.
And so we're going to,
Is it part of the Partners in Education?
well, we haven't formally done anything. We've just talked to
Okay.
the school. So we, are working on maybe a more formal program, but we've just
Okay.
said, yes, for this week we can open some space. And one of the artists is opening her big window to help display that
Sure.
work.
Oh, I
so-
bet the kids will really love seeing their artwork
Yeah.
up in a real studio.
Right.
And,
Yeah, right.
give that feeling of this is what I could do, in the future if I
Right.
wanted to
Right.
be an art, pursue that path.
Right.
And-
So not only coming and seeing the artists, coming and seeing the exhibits, but then having your beginning artwork
yeah,
shown, and whether you become an artist or not, I think that's really important
absolutely.
to people, to
Absolutely,
kids growing
yeah.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love, the fact that everything that's going on in the North Village and with what you all are doing at Orr Street and with the new park that's going to be created, I just think that whole area is just really good. It's already blossoming. It's already a gem anyways, but I think it's going to get even better. and I look forward to that. So tell me, I know you mentioned membership, and you have to do a little bit of fundraising. You had a masquerade ball this year. Was that your first
Yes.
one?
Well, we have an annual fundraiser and
Okay.
usually auction with this. So
Okay.
last year we had a masquerade ball, which was a lot of fun, and it gives the people an opportunity to be creative
Sure,
and dress
uh-huh.
up without really kind of restricting them to any one type of
Sure.
thing like a Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do something again this year like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun and creative, but we're not sure
haven't
exactly
picked on
what.
our date yet.
Yeah,
The
okay.
date, or it may not be called the Masquerade
Okay.
Gala. It may be called something else,
Sure.
this year. But that's one of our main fundraisers. Our studio artists' rent only covers the rent we pay to the building owner.
Okay.
So all utilities, gas, which is really quite a lot, and administration, toilet paper, Wi-Fi, all those things we have to fundraise for.
Sure. Okay.
Or get.
Okay.
Yeah, because that covers the exhibit space, which we do like to be able to do all these free events.
Yes.
So it's kind of a combination
Yeah.
of things. But
Uh-huh.
And we have Tai Chi in
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the morning
Is
on
it
Saturdays.
Kenny
Kenny
does
does
that.
that, right,
The
right.
official mayor,
Yeah.
unofficial mayor.
the unofficial mayor of North Village, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that, the whole, as you said, the whole North Village Arts District is really taking off, and it's amazing all the things that are going on, and I've been proud to see Orr Street be at kind of the heart and the start in a lot of ways for that. I just hope that, more people in Columbia will get out of their cars and get in
Yes.
and walk around and see the whole place, and come north of Walnut. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. I mean,
And-
there's
and,
so
yeah.
much art to see.
It's
You
amazing.
could follow the art walk, or you can go inside your all's
Yeah.
location and see all the wonderful gallery exhibits in the doors. And it's just, I love the energy about the area, and I love being around creative people. And the whole area thrives with that, especially on First Fridays. It's
Right.
just that wonderful energy that's there.
I was
really
thinking
fun.
the
Yeah.
energy. And once we have the new park,
Yes.
that will be even better.
Yes.
And we are working on sort of upgrading the outside of Orr. So we have a plan that I think we started like 3 years ago, and we have 3 murals outside.
Yes.
And we're putting the arc, hopefully today,
Yeah.
on the front of the building that
Oh.
are the logo that will
Uh-huh.
go around to the side. And then we have other enhancing things that we'll be gradually doing
Okay.
this year. And most, if not all of it, is volunteer work. My husband and I painted the wall
Sure.
yesterday.
Okay.
I was up on a high ladder, but
So what can we do for you all? You need volunteers, you need people to
Right.
serve on the board.
and you can be friends of our membership.
Yes.
Come to our
Come.
fundraisers.
Fundraise,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Right.
where do they find information about the organization?
So they can go to our website, orrstreetstudios.com, and we have the information on event rental. They can donate. They can become a friend of Orr online. They'll find out.
And
Just
I would
about
just say,
everything.
just come.
Yeah.
Because I think once you see some of the events, and First Friday is wonderful, but it is kind of a crush of people.
Sure.
So the other,
Yeah.
Second Saturdays for Kids is a fantastic event, and hearing voices, seeing visions, and then just more and more people using our space, whether it's something we're doing like with Unbound or True False or community groups rent the space. But I just encourage people come and see all the things it has to offer, because it's unique and special, and everyone is welcome.
You're right. I feel like trying to describe it to somebody, just encourage them to
Right.
come, because once they get there and see the energy and see all the different activities that are going on in the area, yeah, that's the best way to see.
And if I could do a plug for our event rental.
Sure, yes.
It's a great space for weddings, graduations, birthdays, retirements,
We've had celebration of life
life
events there.
Perfect.
celebrations, and
Uh-huh.
we have tables and nice black tablecloths and round tables and chairs. So it's a great place to rent, and that helps us also to
Sure.
pay our bills
Mm-hmm.
and to keep the place running. So
Right.
you can have these beautiful doors and this beautiful art for your event.
Right.
So, and you can find out all about that on our website.
On your website.
also.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you for everything that you all are doing for the community, for Orr Street, for the village. It's just, there's so much going on. It's so exciting. It feels like we're in a really good place. And I know people have been working on this vision for a long time,
Right.
and to see that it's finally happening, and hopefully it's the way you want it to be, and can continue to grow.
Yeah, thank
Right.
you.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for
Yes.
your
Yeah.
time.
Likewise.
Thanks for the Office of Cultural Affairs and all
That's
the
right.
work they've done.
Thank you. We try hard, and we've
Yeah.
got some great organizations that we get to work with, so it's
Yeah.
a blessing to be able to
And
do
the
this.
traffic boxes
Yeah.
and all that
Yes.
on the way back.